Really surprising dispute has opened up in Sulphur Springs in Tampa. Hillsborough County is proposing to build a brand new $500,000 facility for an after-school arts program. But that small nonprofit is saying no thanks. Here's why. Lakima Matthew was once a troubled kid in Tampa's most troubled neighborhood.
Before, they asked, like, what you want to be when you grow up. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to graduate.
But 10 years later, Matthew says the art instruction she got after school at Community Stepping Stones in Sulphur Springs gave her a life she never thought she'd find. Now a mentor to other students, her work was featured this last weekend at the Gasparilla Art Festival.
Now I have a career. I now actually know what I want to do.
But the staff and board members of the small nonprofit on the banks of the Hillsborough River say their program's in peril. They say the county, which has control of the property, is determined to level the three 1920s bungalows that house Stepping Stones and two other nonprofits. In its place, they would create a park and erect a brand new building on the adjacent lot. But board member Linda Salsena says the buildings are both historic and practical.
They're not beautiful, but they're perfect for teaching kids about art and science because you can make art here and not be worried if you spill a little paint or get a little clay on the floor.
County Commissioner Les Miller claims the bungalows are in terrible shape and need to come down.
The buildings that they're in, it's going to cost us twice as much to get those buildings up to code and get them to a place where they can utilize them, compared to building a brand new building.
Stepping Stones says Miller's repair estimates are absurdly high and point out that the new building would have to house all three nonprofits in half the space. They also say a so-called passive park on the property is the last thing Sulphur Springs needs.
Passive park means there's no adult supervision. We feel that by having active programs here, it's a much safer and more used part of the community.
Well, the broader Sulphur Springs neighborhood will have a chance to weigh in on this when the county holds a public meeting Thursday at 6:30 p.m. at the Spring Hill Community Center. That's in Sulphur Springs.